Good morning. So we have been talking about unhackable. And I just was reminded this morning that life can be really hard. Life can be tough. And one of the reasons that life can be tough is because of, like we talked about yesterday, and like we've been talking about, is we believe lies about ourselves, we believe lies about other people, and we get that story going over and over in our heads. And like I said yesterday, it's saying, not good enough, those types of things. But one of the stories that I told myself forever was, one, I'm a night owl. So in turn, that meant that I was not a morning person. So I said that about myself all the time, that I am a night owl and I am not a morning person. People knew not to mess with me in the mornings. Yeah, because it just wasn't pretty. That's what I told myself up until now. And those words up until now have been absolutely life changing for me. And I believe that it can be life changing for you as well. Because what happened to me in 2020 when we've all been hacked by 2020, I changed up until now what I had been telling myself. And that was that I'm a night owl, meaning that I stay up late at night. So I had myself convinced of that because that's how I had been basically since an infant, was, someone that stayed up late, and therefore I didn't want to get up in the mornings. And that carried through into adulthood, and I always told myself and others that. Then 2020 comes along. We all got hacked. But what I did was look at it as an opportunity. I was working from home because everything was shut down. And I decided now is the time. Up until now, I was a night owl. But I decided to flip that script and tell myself something different, that I can go to bed early. I can go to sleep early because that's something I had started going to bed early, but I was distracted, which means I was hacked. So I was distracted by things, phone, devices, that kind of thing. So I still wasn't going to sleep early, therefore still tired the next morning, and you see how this goes. So what I did was flipped the script. I told myself, not only am I going to bed earlier, I'm going to do everything I can to go to sleep earlier. I do have health issues that cause insomnia, so sometimes it's seriously out of my hands and my control. But I knew that this was something that I could get a hold of if I just tried. The other thing is, so often we try new things, and when it doesn't work immediately, we throw our hands in the air and we just want to, give up and go, oh, that didn't work. But I was determined. So you go through March, I'm trying to go to bed earlier, get up earlier, and it was a struggle, I'm not going to lie, but I have some calls really early in the morning, so being committed to that helped me. And then in April, our gym opened back up with restrictions, and my husband and I started going to the gym in April. So I was getting up at 5:10 every morning, going to the gym. And just when I got into that new routine, and I kept telling myself, like, I can do this, I've got this, I'm a morning person, you know, reframing how I looked at it and stopped telling myself that I'm a night owl. And it has been life changing. Now, like I said, there are days when I try to go to bed and go to sleep early and I struggle, but I've also learned about myself and things that I can do. I use essential oils that help me sleep. I know after a certain amount of time, if I haven't fallen asleep, then I need to get up and just move somewhere else for a little bit. And a lot of times I can fall asleep. So it's really having an awareness of yourself too, and knowing yourself and figuring out what can work. Because so often we focus on what can't work, what doesn't work. And by reframing how we look at it and how we tell that story to ourselves, and so this, like I said, up until now, up until now, you may have had an addiction. Up until now, you may have seen yourself as not good enough. Up until now, you have been a night owl, or any message, anything negative that you need to change, that you've been telling yourself and believing about yourself, it can change today. So, my challenge for you today is just to ask yourself, what can I reframe? What can I say differently about myself that it was this way in the past up until now, and now it is going to be this way? Have a great day. Remember, you are a champion.